What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good, Mohammed? Good evening, my brother. Gave everybody a few minutes to join. Looks like it's just gonna be us, man. Testing, testing, testing. Perfect. All right, we're gonna give everybody a few seconds here, and then we'll go ahead and start. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with AU. Again, we're not gonna really focus too much on the daily time frame or the 4 hour. We're just gonna focus on the 30-minute. We've already. You speaking? I just started speaking. Let me know if you could hear me. I could hear myself. I think we should be good. Let me know. All right, no problem, brother. All right, cool. So, AU, we're not gonna focus too much on the daily or the 4 hour. We'll just focus on the 30-minute. Right, we're already at the end of the month for March, so you know, damn, my bad. Those those daily moves, right? We're not expecting them to be made already at this point. It should have already been done. The 4 hour, right, at the end of the month is the last week of the month. We're not really looking for any continuations at this point, right? So in the 30-minute, we'll just focus on where we're at in the structure and where we're at right now in a day-to-day time frame, and keeping a look at market structure, keeping an eye on market structure. So we know that today, right? We know that overall in the 30-minute, we're still trading between this low and this high, right? So our internal structure, we know that we have imbalances going to the top side. We already see that this imbalance was already filled up, right? Waiting to see what price wants to do. At this point, we saw that the only type of support zone that we had is the 800 EMA. Once price got to the 800, respected the 800, started going down, right? Internal structure, we had a double bottom where price gave us low, lower high, equal low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, higher high again, right? And then now push down to what would be our lower low that was created by the end of the day, right? And we finished today. We finished the day on a no net, right? So we had 3 days of drop, and the third day gave us a drop rise, and then price just gave us a no net. So days like today is gonna be easy trades, right? Because price is just consolidating, just moving sideways. Makes it simple for us. All we need to see is a break of either the highs or the lows, and then we'll continue to follow structure with that. Right, so at this point, we saw that this was the high that we wanted to see. Price tested it, went right back down, right? Then again, broke, testing with this candle, and this was the confirmation of the break. right? So we know at this point that we were trading, once we had this break, we were trading between the low and the high. But what do we know? We had the pushes made to the top side, 800 EMA, price respected it, then started going back down. So at this point, we know that internally we're trading between the high and the low. But 30-minute time frame, we rejected the lows, waiting to see what price wants to do. So the zones of interest that I'm looking at, let's go ahead and delete these. Right, we want to keep this. Right, we know that overall I want to see price break these highs. Right, but before that, we want to see price break these highs here to continue the push to the top side. Right, or the lows that need to be broken are going to be these lows. Right, if we break these lows, then we know we could go to down here. Right, and then this is where price is going to make a decision on whether we're going to go up or we're going to continue the push to the bottom side. Right, and then vice versa. We have clean traffic on the left hand side. Price could break, continue to go to the top side. Right after this, price is going to retest here, do the same thing here. Either it's going to respect the highs the same way, or it's going to break and retest to continue the push to the top side. So we'll see how that ends up looking like after London session tomorrow morning. Again, if you guys have any questions, anything you guys need me to go over again, anything you guys need me to explain, any pairs you guys want me to look at specifically, let me know. Right, so next pair, CHF JPY. We had 3 days of 3 days of counter drop. 3 days of counter drop. Today gave us another day of drop. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. That's what we're at now, lower low. All right, so we know that we're trading between this low and this high. CHFJPY, we're also in peak high territory, so I'm not interested really in trading that at the moment. So we're just going to skip over it. Euro AUD, right now we're just still in the consolidating zone. Right, notice how again these were the zones that we created yesterday. If price breaks below, then we'll see price continue to go down. If price breaks above, then we'll see price continue to break above. Right, and continue to push to the top side. If we don't get a break, price is just going to do what? It's just going to consolidate, just keep moving sideways. Right, so at this point again, I'm not really interested in trading this until we get out of the zone. Once we get out of the zone, then we will continue to look at it. Right, but at this point we're just gonna skip it. Euro USD, we had 3 days of drop. On the third gave us a drop rise, then today gave us a, looks like a no nut as well. Gave us a no nut. Go ahead and delete some of these drawings as well. Alright, then we had lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, so top side, higher high. We have the change of character, we're trading between this high I'm gonna be honest, like I wouldn't consider this, I would just consider this part of the same trend. Prices literally went to the tire sign until here, gives a small pullback, higher high, higher low, and then lower low, right? But we're still trading between now this high and this low. We use the body closure and the wick of this one, right? And then we saw how price respected the lows, broke over the highs. Once we got the break of the highs, gave us a retest. Once we got the retest, price went right into take profit, right into STP. Once price went into STP, went right back down, right? So the highs that we wanted to see price break once we got to the zone, whereas these highs to continue to push to the top side. But instead, price went right back down, right? But still lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, price consolidated, right? These were the lows that at this point I would consider for price to start flipping, right? And price to continue to go down. Do we have a break of structure yet? No. This first red candle is a testing candle. The next red candle, if it would have closed below the wick, it would have been a break of structure. Price closed above, price went right back into the zone. The next candle that went down, that was a red candle, right? Went down. The next one was a green candle that went right back up into the zone. Never gave us a confirmation of a break of structure. So at this point, we'll still be trading between this low and this high, and we'll still be looking for a valid break of structure. If we don't get one, then price is still going to be uptrending, which would make sense, right? We have these imbalances on the left hand side. Again, imbalances don't have to be filled right away, right? Hence why these imbalances up here still haven't been filled. But we understand that these are just going to be points of interest at one point in the market when the market is ready to start flipping and going with the trend again. Which again, overall, Euro USD, we are in an uptrend. But understanding that we're in the first zone of consolidation, and right now we're in the middle of that zone of consolidation, even though yes, we are looking for push number 2 to be made, right, level 2 to be made, right, we understand that the market is still in a zone of consolidation. Could we reach these lows again, right? Could we reach the low of consolidation again and just be the retest of this double bottom that went to the top side? It could be. So at this moment, we're just waiting. Again, there's no confirmations in the daily time frame that we're ready to push up. In the 4-hour time frame, we could see that yes, market did start to shift. Lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, change of character, higher low, higher high, break of structure, right? And now we know that we're trading between this 4-hour high and the 4-hour low. But we could still see that we are between the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, to where we're at now, lower low. So for this to be the confirmation that price is going to continue to go up, right? Even in the 30-minute, we could see it a little bit more clear. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Waiting to see if this is going to be where the lower high is going to be set to continue the trend to the bottom to give us another lower low, or if price is going to continue to go up and give us another, either another lower high here, here, or here, or if price is going to reach these highs and make lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, and continue the trend to the top side. Right, so there's a few things we need to wait for, but we could catch the trades whenever it's given the opportunity. Right, if we get the opportunity to trade today going long, if we get the breaks of these highs, right, which we'll add this one too. If we break above these highs, then we know price is going to most likely continue to push to the top side. Well, we just got to be patient and wait for that. GCAD, right, let's start fresh with the drawings, but we can still see we're talking about the same thing, right? Rinse and repeat, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is where price was testing the highs. All of these were testing candles, right? Price went back down, then started to push up, right? This was yesterday. Price gave us an imbalance on the left hand side. Price consolidated again, failed to break the highs. Then price started going down and it filled the imbalance, which was again the lows that needed to be tested, the lows that needed to be held, and that's exactly what happened. Price held as soon as it went to these lows, created another imbalance here on the top. So now we're waiting to see what price wants to do. Right, still lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Still within the zone. So we'll continue to, well, what do we have today too on this? We have a day of drops, so no continuations. Right, but it's going to be an interesting pair to keep an eye on, right? Especially when we have the 800 EMA here. And where are we? We're in the middle of the high and the low as well. GJ looking like the same structure. I'm sorry, GU. Which one did we just do? GCAD? Right, yeah, we did GCAD, we'll do GJ now. Right, GU was the one that looks similar to GCAD. Right, GJ kind of. Right, we still have this high here that was held. Price is just consolidating for the last 2 days. Right, so today we just finished off on a no net. Waiting to see what price wants to do. We have these highs that want to be held. The lows that need to be respected are these. If these lows are broken, then we know price is going to want to start pushing back down. Right, so we could either be expecting price to break retest to continue to push to the bottom side, or we're going to wait for price to break above. Now, could we get an earlier entry somewhere here? Yeah. Right, if we could get breaks above here, right, before we reach the zone, if price could break above here, then we know price is going to go up from here to here. Right, once we get here, we need to wait for this to happen. Right, once we get here, this is when we gotta wait for this to happen again to continue the push to the top side until we get here. Right, once we get here, we wait for the same thing, for price to break, retest, and continue to push to the top side. Right, and then this is when we have the clean traffic, right, that imbalance to the top side. Right, or vice versa. Right, oh, but what if the market goes down? Perfect. Right, again, we're in a zone of consolidation. We have two zones of interest, the top and the bottom. If the bottom breaks, we have clean imbalance on the left hand side. Right, we know that price is going to go back down until when? Until price gets here. When price gets here, the same thing that it did on Friday, Monday, right, we're going to see if price is going to reject these lows the same way it did here, or if price is going to break, retest to continue to push to the bottom side. And again, what do we have here on the bottom? All these clean imbalances going to the top side. Right, not only that, if we zoom out, we know that we have a daily and the 4-hour low here at the bottom that price is going to want to test, right? And this is again where price is going to test these lows, continue this push to the top side, or price is going to reject the lows, break and retest. So this is just what we're waiting for, right? It's a blueprint, right? We're set up for what we want to look for in the morning. So let's go to the next one, GU. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Anything you guys need me to explain, I'll do my best. So GU identical to GCAD, right? Same exact zones, right? The low, the high, trading between this 30-minute low, this 30-minute high, waiting for price to either break above these highs, right? And then the lows that we have internally are these lows down here, right? We know that we have, before these lows, we have imbalance here on the left hand side. That price already started to fill. What else can we see? For right now, that's all we have, right? I'm gonna take, even though they're close, I'm gonna still add a line here, right? And then the other lows that I want to see, I just want to see a low being set first. I don't like how these lows are so close to each other, so I'm not gonna do anything with GU yet, right? And then overall, where are we? We're just in the middle of that zone. We're in the middle between the high and the low. Not the best place to take an entry, but could be something good later on, right? Later on in the session. We had a day of rise and then gave us a day of drop today, so no continuation. Price is just moving, not giving us clear signals. US30 was interesting today, gave us 3 days of drop, right? Today was the third day, finished on a drop rise. Could we be expecting a 4th day variation today for another day of drop? Absolutely, right? What do I like about this is we left a 30-minute gap up here at the top. We've rejected these highs multiple times, right? Could price simply just go up to this zone and then start pushing down once we fill this gap up? Absolutely. And that's what I'm banking on. I want to see that on this pair. So we know that we have lower low, lower high, lower low. This lower low, right? Just because it tapped on the wick on a 30-minute time frame, I'm gonna count it as a break of structure, right? But we know that a real break needs to be a whole candle closure, the confirmation, the test, and the confirmation, right? And right now we're just testing. So technically speaking, I want to see price break below these lows. Before anything else, I would love to see price, right? Let's cut the scenario down real quick. US30 has been going down, right? For 3 days, we know that 372, perfect, right? But for the 3 days, it didn't give us a pullback. But what did it give us? It gave us consolidation. Again, we've been saying this for the last couple streams now, but again, I'll explain it one more time, right? We know that there's two phases in the market: when price is trending, right, and when price is consolidating. So it's the same thing, right? We know that a pullback is either going to be a trend, where if price is trending lower low, lower high, that break is going to be, or that reversal is going to be a trend, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, right? To then go back down and make lower low, lower high, and lower lows, right? Or is going to give us consolidation, where price is just moving sideways, right? So instead of price giving us a break, a pullback to continue to go down, right, it's going to just break and then consolidate, right? And the amount of pips that it does consolidating is going to equal the same amount of pips that it would have done if it would have been a pullback. So with that being said, right, could price just consolidate between this high and this low the way it's been, right? Cover up this gap and then go down? That's what I'm thinking US30 is going to do. And the reason I'm thinking that is because it's also tied down into a 4th-day drop variation, right? We had 3 days of drop. On the 3rd day of drop, I had a drop rise, so I could be expecting price to give me another low today, right? So let's see what happens. Either way, we have this high up here that if price respects these highs, then we know price is going to go down. If price breaks above these highs and gives us a retest, we know we have clean entries to go straight to the top. We have imbalances all the way to the left hand side, right, until we get to these highs up here. So if we could take a trade from here to here, that's perfect, right? And then we do the same thing up here. We're going to wait for a break and a retest to continue this push to the top side. So we just got to be patient with it and see what NYC gives us in the morning tomorrow. Should be an interesting day to trade US30 though, for sure. Do we have any imbalanced candles, any green reds, any retests? I don't think so. So we do actually here in the 15-minute time frame. We have a green red. All candles have bottoms and top wicks. The only thing I don't like about this engulfing candle is that it's right below where a gap is in the 1-minute time frame. So again, when I'm trading, I'm looking at all my rules. We know that a gap is meant to be filled in the market, right? Somebody calling me? No. So with that being said, right, I'm not going to be interested in trading the engulfing pattern below the gap. I want to see a gap being filled up first. USDCAD gave us a day of no net. We're still trading between the same zone. The high and the bottom. Right now price is just moving sideways at the top of the zone. Not much to give on USDCAD. USDCAD is one we just gotta wait. We're at the top of the zone. Not really interested in trading this. Right, rejected the lows, testing, price tested, went right back up to the top side. Almost done here, only missing 2 more pairs, gold and Bitcoin, guys. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If not, we'll be done for tonight, and then we'll be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. for the live trading session. So Gold, right? Our analysis for the ones that we drew last night played out into this morning, right? Into this morning. Only thing was that price moved super quick, right? Didn't really give us an opportunity to answer, right? Not only did it move super quick, but look at the time that it moved, right? 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Sleeping at that time, it is what it is, right? So understanding that we were now trading between lower low, lower high, lower low, and price finally gave us a higher high. So we know that we're trading between, sorry, let me reset. Right, we know that we're trading between, right, this low and this high. We know that we're trading now, and where are we? Right in the middle. So understanding that again, we're in the middle of the zone, not the best place to take an entry, right? But we have 2 days of rise. Could we be expecting a third day of rise today? Honestly, I don't like how price yet or today. I don't like how price moved crazy to the top side and went right back down. Right? I'm not a fan of that. If it would have been just, simple STP or simple ADR today, then giving us a small pullback to then for a continuation, yes. But the fact that we went up and went right back down to the same spot we started in, right, just above it, I'm not confident in talking about a 372 happening in this pair, right? Besides that, I'm also looking at how price has been reacting in the zone of consolidation that we're in, right? We had 2 days of drop. Price didn't give us a 372 going low, right? Price never tapped into our 30-minute lows. So could I be expecting the same thing for price to react the same way going up? Am I expecting a 372? No. Did price reach the 30 or the 4-hour high? No. So it's telling me that price is going to reject these highs the same way it rejected these lows, just to continue to consolidate within these zones, right? But nonetheless, we could draw this out. We know that right now we have these lows that need to be respected. If price respects it, right, the way it did here, then we know price is going to continue to push to the top side. If price breaks below these lows, then we know it wants to go down to these lows here, right? And right now I don't have any points to I don't have any place to put these highs for, right, on gold. So at this moment I'm just going to keep the lows there, and hopefully we get price to move around 9-10 p.m. tonight, and we'll have a zone of interest to trade off of. And last but not least, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, we know we're still trading higher high, higher low, a little bit of a higher high here, waiting for price to see what it wants to do, right? We could argue and say, oh, but here went below. All right, cool. Right? If we want to say price closed below and this is a break and is giving us a lower low here, cool. We're still trading between the last green candle or last red candle before the push up. This is the lowest candle, so I'm going to use the wick of the green candle here and the body of the red candle here, right? And we're trading between this high and this low, and today we still gotta wait an hour, I think, or 30 minutes now for this to close, but it looks like it's going to be a no net, right? But that's exactly what we're looking for. We had 3 days of rise. After 3 days, market must chop or drop, right? And it gave us a no net. It just chopped, went sideways. So let's see how price wants to react. Bitcoin's going to be easy today, right? The same way it was yesterday, right? We have these lows here. If price respects these lows, we should be good to see price push up again, and the highs that need to be broken are going to be these, right? Price breaks above these highs, then we have clean traffic all the way up to the top. Price breaks these lows, imbalance, right? On the left hand side, that was a horrible circle, right? And we'll be good to trade going short until here. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Anything you guys want me to explain again, any other pairs you guys want me to go over, whether or not they're on my list, let me know. If not, then we'll be done for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Make sure you guys click the link in the chat. That's our Discord server. Make sure you guys join. That's pretty much it. All good. Thank you, my brother. No problem. No problem. Oh, you rejected these highs as well. 1, 2, 3. Did it give us an engulfing at all? It did. It gave us an engulfing the same way Nvidia gave. Now we have 1, 2, 3. And let's. I just don't like how aggressive this entry is, right? Because the reason I'm saying that, we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, and then the next candles we're waiting to see the break here, right? Which none of these were until this one, right? And getting in on the retest would have been hit out unless you're trading the 30-minute high. But using this stop loss here, you would have a 40 pip stop, which on oil is a lot, right? 40 pips is 40 pips, right? STP though would have been hit, so it would have been a 1 to 2 trade. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. No other questions. See you tomorrow, my brother. We'll see you in the morning. In approximately, what time is it? 7:30. In approximately 11 hours, we'll see you guys. Alright guys, see you guys in the morning, 6 a.m. for the live trading session. Peace out.